Hey, this is Teddy Burriss, your LinkedIn strategist and trainer. It took me a while to come up with the answer to this question that I got a few days ago, mainly because I really didn't put a lot of thought into it because I think I've been doing it all correctly all along. But the question is, how do I post professionally on LinkedIn? And again, for those of us who do it on a regular basis, it's kind of like second nature. But I understand how that question is a real question for many. And so I thought I would share my answer to the question, how do I post professionally on LinkedIn, with you? So there's a couple thoughts that come to mind. I wrote down some items that I want to share with you. The first of all, professionally means that everything you post on LinkedIn, however you post, a video, an image, an article, a simple statement, a live video, it doesn't make a difference what the style of the content is, but if you're posting on LinkedIn, it should be relevant to who you are and what you do, and relevant to your target audience. Now, I don't want to dig into that too deep, but you've got to grasp this. You've got to figure this out. What kind of content should I share on LinkedIn that is relevant to who I am and what I do, and relevant to my target audience? That's the number one rule of professional posting on LinkedIn. The second rule about posting on LinkedIn for professionally is that everything you post can't be all about you. Cannot be all about your company. Cannot be all about your widgets, your products, or your services. Think about that. You professional people on LinkedIn share content, post content that's relevant to them, but not all about them. And I'm a 90-10 guy. And what that means is that 90% of the time, the content I share will be relevant to me, but not about me. I believe that gives me permission so that upwards of 10% of the time, it can be about me, my business, my products, or my services. So that's the important there. Number two is it can't be all about you. Number three, if you want to post professionally, then you need to use good words, professional words, positive words. You've got to also follow the Dale Carnegie principle of never criticize, condemn, or complain. So if you want to act like a professional and post like a professional, use professional words. Use real, meaningful, appropriate words. That's the third one. The fourth one is good grammar and spelling. Stop what you're doing and read it. Read it out loud. Make sure it's written appropriately. Look at your spelling. I'm a huge fan of using Grammarly. For most people, you don't need to pay for Grammarly, but use tools like Grammarly as a plug-in to your Chrome browser or your Firefox browser so that you can have somebody else, Grammarly, review your grammar and your spelling. Professionals try hard not to make ridiculous grammatical or spelling errors. Here's the fifth idea for professional posting, and that is consistency. You can't get on LinkedIn or any social media platform and make a whole lot of noise and then dry up. You got to come up with a process that you can sustain long term. And if that means you only post once a week, then by golly, only post once a week. If that sustainability allows you to post twice a week, then by golly, it's twice a week. So come up with a process that you can sustain posting content, sharing content on LinkedIn as a professional on a consistent basis. Here's another philosophy that I think is important if you want to post professionally on LinkedIn. You need to adopt what I refer to as the TRUE rule. T-R-U-H-E. True. T-R-U-H-E. We've talked a little bit about them already. Number one is transparency. And transparency means no smoke and mirrors, no pretending, no clickbait. Number two is relevance. I've already mentioned that. Relevant to what? Your target audience and who you are and what you do. The third one, U, is useful. Post something that's useful, something that can encourage people, motivate people, make them think, help them solve a problem. Useful is important. Fourth one is honest. Honest means, again, never criticize, condemn, or complain. Don't talk about somebody else, but make sure your content is real. And honest is the word I use in that context. And the last one in true is E, engaging, exciting, educational, and even entertaining, as long as it's also transparent, relevant, useful, and honest. Engaging is a big one. Your content, you should really, if you want to build a brand as a professional posting on LinkedIn, then post content that people want to engage on. That'll help you grow your brand. My last little tip is number 7 is acknowledge engagement. So when you post content on LinkedIn, don't walk away from it. Pay attention to who likes it. If someone likes it, go look at their profile, see how relevant they are to you. Maybe you need to strike up a conversation with them. If someone engages on it with a comment, then you should look at what the comment is and see who that person is, and should you engage further, which, by the way, the answer is always engage with those who engage on your stuff. Professionals will not let someone say something about their content without coming back with another constructive response, acknowledgement, appreciative response. And if people engage in your content and are relevant, just delete it or ignore it. But if someone engages in a meaningful way, you need to engage back with them. In a meaningful way could just simply be a thumbs up. Could be a celebration. Could be what's the other ones that are on there? Any one of those emoticons. Lastly, acknowledge engagement. Look, business professionals who want to post on LinkedIn professionally are pretty purposeful about what they do. They think through, and they're very deliberate about making sure it's relevant. It's not all about you. It's professionally stated. They pay attention to grammar and spelling. They're consistent about their posting, and it's true, transparent, relevant, useful, and honest, engaging, and lastly, that they acknowledge engagement. Hey, before we go, I just want to share with you again that I've built this mastermind group on Facebook. It's in a Facebook educational group. It's all about using LinkedIn. And it's rich in content, it's rich in ideas and articles and ebooks and videos. I'll answer any question anybody asks me in the group, comment on a post, engage on it, ask me a question. I'll answer your questions every other Friday at, I think it's at 10:30 in the morning. Every other Friday, I do a live coaching session for everybody who's a member of that group. So if you want to get more out of using LinkedIn as a business tool, if you want to become better at using LinkedIn so you can help others, maybe you're a sales trainer or maybe you're a talent development professional where LinkedIn's important, then join this group and let me help you master using LinkedIn as a business tool. I'm Teddy Burriss, your LinkedIn strategist and trainer, and I hope the ideas I share with you can help you.